So let me explain why I won't be buying the new iPhone, not the 8, not the 8 Plus, nor the iPhone 10, the X. I was going to buy it a few days ago. I was going to buy it a week ago. I was very excited about the iPhone 10. 10. Very excited. So, I know this video is going to get a lot of hate because whenever you bash on a product, people just absolutely end up hating the video. I don't know why. It's weird. It doesn't matter what the product is. I think I'm going to do a test video just on a random product that nobody cares about and just bash on it just to see what happens. I think that would be pretty cool. I really do. Experiment coming. You won't know though, it's stealth. So let me tell you about today's experience. I have a commercial account and I have 4 lines on that account. One line I gave to one phone, iPhone 7, I gave to my sister-in-law. And it was all mixed up and family sharing and this, that, and the third. And I was trying to adjust some things for get things working. So in the process of doing that, I was on the phone with tech support at Apple tech support. Don't know shit. And I had to change the passcode. Okay. Well, they told me to, as an example. Just try to change the passcode, see what happens, that type of thing. So I did. Forgot to tell her. Her 5-year-old punched it in 17,000 million times, and then ended up with basically a bricked iPhone. So before I continue my story about going to the Apple Store and T-Mobile and all that other good stuff in fucking 11 hours today, almost 11 hours, yes. So before I get into that, let me explain. You don't own your iPhone. So now, let me explain. So I call up Apple today, and I'm telling them about the phone problem. Now I get the phone. I went and picked it up from her. I get the phone with me. I'm first playing with it myself, trying to log in, and it just says Apple ID locked. And I'm like, this is extremely interesting. So I call up Apple ID and I'm explaining what the situation. I'm thinking it's going to be very simple, not a big deal. They're just going to unlock the phone and click, 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 click. Okay, Mr. Keller, are you all set? Have a nice day. Enjoy your unlocked phone. Well, that didn't happen. No such thing like that happened at all, not even a little bit. It turns out that there is nothing, according to Apple, that they can do whatsoever in regards to unlocking an Apple ID that has been locked. So on the phone, I said, and let me tell you what I said. I said to said. No, I'm kidding. So I said, that's the equivalent of having door locks in your house, digital, keyless, punch button little number door locks, right, on your house. So you don't have to use keys anymore for the convenience of it, right? Face recognition. It's not going to work. So, it already didn't. It failed. So, did you notice the part where he's wiping his face? So, I said, imagine I put door locks that I buy on my house into the doors that I own on my property, and I can't get in the door because, there's only so many attempts you can try to remember the code because I forgot the code because they're new locks and I just bought them and I can't remember the code. And I need to get in my fucking house, so I'm punching in the numbers that I think it is, and then beep, 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 beep. It starts beeping and going crazy and there's lights flashing, and that's it. Silence. I can no longer get in my house. So I call up the support for, I don't know, Slage, whatever they're called, and the lock company, and the manufacturer of the lock. And I say, yeah, I forgot the code. I was punching it in and trying to remember and punching in and trying to, mix and matching. And it made a bunch of beeping noise. It went silent, and now I can't get in my house. Can you help me out, please? Thank you. That'd be kind of you. I appreciate it. And then they turn around and they say, sorry, there's nothing we can do. Once it's locked, it's locked. It's going to go through a recovery period. It can take up to 14 days. Really? Wait a minute. These are my locks. I bought them. They're on my doors that I own, connected to the house that's mine. Why can't you unlock them? It's just the way it is, sir. It's our security. It's just the way the security is set up on these locks, and that's just the way it is, period. So after 2 hours on the phone, 2 hours, I'm not kidding you, 2 hours on the phone. I'm not kidding, 2 hours on the phone with two different people. The second person, who had slightly more brain cells, decided to come up with an amazing idea, which was go to T-Mobile, get proof of purchase, because I didn't have any proof of purchase laying around the house. And go to T-Mobile, get proof of purchase, go to the Apple store, which they made an appointment for. Oh, wow, it was so convenient. Couldn't have done that myself. So, made an appointment in Boston. Not the local ones, not the ones that are, 10 minutes away, but the one 25 minutes away. And, yeah, whatever. Only choice. It's Sunday. It's about 2 o'clock at this point. I don't got that much time. Gotta go to T-Mobile. I gotta get the proof of purchase for the phone, which wasn't that easy because the phone broke and then there was a replacement phone, so the serial numbers were indifferent and they couldn't find the original receipt, so they found something and they screenshotted it and printed out the screenshot on the screen and then gave it to me, and then I gave it to Apple, and Apple was fine with it, and then they took my phone, click, 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 click. In 5 minutes, the phone was free. It no longer said locked, Apple ID, locked out, you bitch. Anyways, you don't own your Apple phone. Did I say that already? I don't know if I did, but if I didn't, you don't own your Apple phone. If your phone, by punching in your own passcode that you came up with, that is connected in your brain to your phone, the phone that you paid for or bought, either way, and you punch the wrong code in too many times, and it locks out, sometimes for a minute, sometimes for an hour, sometimes for a day, but then gets to a point where it becomes 2 weeks. That's a problem, right? Now, I've had my iPhone, which I'm recording with right now, my iPhone 7. I've had an iPhone, I should say, for the last 4 years at minimum. I haven't had an Android phone in about 4 years, somewhere around there. So what's my number one reason for owning an iPhone? Simple convenience. It's convenient. And that's all I say to people. I say to my wife, I say to everybody. I was explaining today to family. It is absolute just pure convenience. And it's it's very simple. The phone is very simple. I don't really like simple. I like complicated. If I buy a set of headphones or an iPhone or a Bluetooth, like these guys, I want something I can figure out. Even like this little recorder, the Zoom H1, I kind of want the Zoom H4n or even better, because it's got way more buttons and gadgets and lights and things going on, and I like that shit. I'm a gadget junkie. Have you not noticed by my channel? So anyways, back to the story. The iPhone X, I was actually excited to buy. I was going to buy it. I had plans on buying the phone. Me and the wife were both excited. The number one thing that I was excited about mostly was the front-facing camera had portrait mode. But after today's experience, it pissed me off so much that I realized that, one, not only do I not own my phone, meaning it's under the control of Apple. And I know that's hard to understand for some people, but some people will get what I'm trying to say. That there's an Apple ID that you create, you come up with in your own mind. You, Jason jerks off 74, and at fap.com, and then you put that in your phone with your password, and for some reason they can somehow create that ID to be unusable. The security system, it is stupid. I told Apple, I told every single employee except for the ones at the Apple Store face to face, because keep it real, who's gonna do that? Don't say you would. And if you do, yeah, you're not really a social person, are you? So I told everybody on the phone that I spoke to today that the security system, it's great. Apple security is great. Somebody steals your phone, it's a waste of freaking time. You could almost leave your iPhone just laying around. Any thief with half a brain cell who doesn't have half a brain cell would not take the phone, because they know there's no way they can get past the Apple ID thing. They can take it, no passcode, no fingerprint, whatever, let's just assume they can open the phone and they can erase it, restore it, wipe it clean. But as soon as you fire that thing up, it's gonna ask you for an Apple ID. And at that point, it's useless. The phone is useless. It's even useless to the FBI. It's useless to the federal government. There's nothing they can do. They can't get into the phone. Anyways, okay. So, I made a decision today. I want fun. I want exciting. I want versatility. I want creativity. I want a phone that is literally fun to play with. I don't know about the Note 8. I'm not too sure about that. Watching a lot of different reviews, and holy Jesus, it was one video after another, after another, after another, just completely talking about how yellow my camera is. Yeah, it was just one person after another, just bombing on it. 10 reasons not to buy the iPhone 10, 20 reasons not to, 30 reasons not to, 40 reasons not to. And I'm watching all these videos and I'm agreeing with every single thing. Glass front, glass back? A glass back, really? What's the point? So the glass is to help with magnetic charging. But I'm not going to run around with my I'm sorry. The base model is $1,000. I didn't realize that today. You know, because I've been saying, who cares? $99, you know, put that down payment and just lease it through T-Mobile. $1,000. I got like $750 in front of me right now, whatever the iPhone 7 costs. Who cares? But then I thought about it. I'm like, all right, so it's a glass back, which is needed for magnetic charging, right? But will it still magnetically charge with a case on it? Because I know some people that do rock, you know, an OtterBox on their phones. I couldn't do it. I would probably try to break the phone with the OtterBox. I don't know. Too fat. I don't know. I should have one for what I do for a living, but I learned today that I don't like Apple. Well, 50-50. It's complicated. I do like Apple. I like the products, but not for me. I'm done with the simplicity of it. I am so sick and tired of them every year coming out with a phone and it looks exactly the same as it does since 2006. Ridiculous. It's stupid. It's sad. It's pathetic. And it's not for me. This is part one of my many, many reasons of why I will not be buying the iPhone 10 or the 8 or the 8 Plus for that matter. But I am curious as to what you think. So leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, and just leave a comment, period. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. And don't forget, guys, turn on the notifications, because I am going to start trying to do more live videos as opposed to pre-recorded videos, just because it's easier, it's simpler. I can get my point on when I have a thought, an idea, which is 27,000 times a day. I can just turn on my phone, hit the go live now button, and then just make a video that way. And it would be really cool if you guys actually got those notifications and showed up and showed some love. You know what I mean? I got almost 700 subscribers and I feel like I got 0. Fill me in. Let me feel the love. Bring it in. Bring it in for a hug. Bring it in for a hug.